This is Agent J reporting from Royal. Today I'm going to be teaching y'all how to build major scales, specifically A flat, E flat, and D sharp. So we're going to go over what a major scale is. We're going to have an in-depth breakdown of the major scales, and then building some, specifically A flat, E flat, and D sharp, and then we'll wrap it up with a summary and some key takeaways. So before we get started with any of that, it is very important to know how to read a musical staff. So here we have the treble clef and here we have the bass clef. When you're reading from the treble clef, there are two different things you can use to remember the difference between the lines and the spaces. The lines are E, G, B, D, F, every good boy does fine. And then the spaces are F, A, C, E, face. That's from bottom to top. And then for bass clef, you're going to follow good boys do fine always for the lines. And then for the spaces, it's going to be all cows eat grass. This just helps in recognizing note names and placements on staffs. And then this image is going to be very helpful in understanding what major scales are. One way you could define a major scale is a sequence of notes that evoke a particular sound or mood, often described as joyful or bright. They're constructed based on a specific pattern of whole and half steps. So this pattern is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Here in this example, you have a C major scale, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, following the black and the white keys. So in terms of the white keys, many major scales can be played only using the white keys, example C major. As for the sharps and flats, other scales like G major incorporate the sharps in F sharp or the flats in B flat based on the key signature. These serve as a foundation for music theory, so grasping these concepts is crucial for learning chord progressions and harmonies, and they can also be applied in music composition. So to wrap things up, when somebody asks you what a major scale is, you can say that it consists of 7 specific notes and follows a distinct pattern of whole and half steps. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And this framework is essential for producing the characteristic of sound of a major scale. So by mastering this structure, we can systematically construct any major scale. So to be more specific, we can start with the A flat major scale. The notes in this scale are A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, and G. And to build this scale, we're going to start with A flat and then apply the step pattern. So there's a whole step from A flat to B flat, another whole step from B flat to C, a half step from C to D flat, a whole step from D flat to E flat, whole step from E flat to F, whole step from F to G, and then a half step from G back down to A flat. And this completes the A flat major scale. So next we're going to move on to the E flat major scale. The notes in this scale are E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, and D. And to construct this scale, we're going to start at E flat and move to F, which is a whole step. And then from F to G, another whole step. There's a half step from G to A flat, and then a whole step from A flat to B flat, whole step from B flat to C, whole step from C to D, and then finally a half step from D back to E flat. So this process just built our E flat major scale. And then lastly, we're going to examine the D sharp major scale. The notes are D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, and C double sharp. So to construct this scale, start at D sharp and move to E sharp, which is a whole step. And then from E sharp to F sharp, another whole step. There's a half step from F sharp to G sharp. a whole step from G sharp to A sharp, a whole step from A sharp to B sharp, a whole step from B sharp to C double sharp, and then finally a half step from C double sharp back to D sharp. And that completes the D sharp major scale. So to sum things up, we have learned how to build the major scales for A flat, E flat, and D sharp. So just remember that scale pattern: whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And regular practice of these scales in both clefs will significantly enhance your musical skills. Thank you for watching.